All right, ladies and gentlemen, job stress is a big problem inside the U.S. right now. The highest probable cause for this would be health issues, mental health issues, and things like that. But what is one thing, or one job force rather, that can actually take the most job stress and actually really mess with people's minds and emotions and everything else? Well, I'm going to talk about one that I'm actually really close with, being a veteran. That's the military job stress. Now, out of the world's population, there's actually less than 1% of people in the U.S. actually as military. So that says a lot about what type of people will actually serve. There's actually roughly 2.14 million people in it. So compared to the rest of the U.S., that's not a lot, and that's throughout the entire military. There's actually 2,141,900 military personnel that are actually active duty, reserves, and things like that. But however, out of the 2 million people that actually work with the military, 809 military personnel answered a 43-item survey on work, stress, physical and emotional health, work performance, and perceptions about their leadership, including commanders, job stressors, and the demographics of everything. And this is all according to Stephen Flans, who actually wrote an article, Job Stress, Depression, Work Performance, and Perceptions of Supervisors and Military Personnel. So, what does that actually mean? That means that the NCOs and the commanding officers are not doing what they need to ensure that the younger guys, the ones that just get in, or the people that aren't an NCO, which would be actually an E4 corporal, and up. What a corporal is pretty much gives that service member the degree of an NCO, but not none of the pay, none of the benefits, nothing like that. So the results from this would actually be more than one quarter, or 27.4% of the military population reported suffering from significant job stress, which is pretty high considering, like I said earlier, less than 1% of the world's population is actually serving in our own forces. And with me being a veteran, I actually fall into that category because job stress actually will determine, or not determine, but will downgrade your mental health and everything else. So by the time that you get out, you've got all these problems like PTSD, you have anxiety, you have chronic sleep disorder, um, things like that. So, and that's just to name some of them. The military does also put a lot of stress on the soldier's body. Um, I know for me alone, I am 80% disabled with two bulging discs in my back and a bunch of other problems. Psychologically, I'm 70% disabled. The rest of my body equals up to 10%, which it really doesn't, but it's hard to explain. So I can actually vouch for all of the stuff that the military does to your body and to your mental health. Now, there is a lot of other things that can actually be impaired by this, and that could be not only your sleeping habit, but your inability to actually hold down a job because of PTSD, job stress, anything else like that. The smallest thing can set certain people off, and this doesn't help when they're trying to go for a job. But here's the thing though, what would you rather have? Would you rather have somebody that's competent, always on time, knows how to do the job correctly, or somebody who is never on time, somebody who doesn't know their job, and somebody that you cannot trust? I'm gonna actually go with the person that's competent. A lot of the veterans that are out there, including myself, actually don't have the same thinking process as most people do in this world. I tend to stay neutral, but this is only because of the fact that the way that the military job stress is, it teaches you on how to actually hold off on your anger and not go off on somebody right off the smallest thing. But it doesn't always work like that because the smallest thing can set veterans off. Um, the poor physical health side of this is that soldier members, or service members rather, will actually go to work every day, bust their butts, and not get any recognition for it. So the thing about this is the fact that you have to take your time with some service veterans and service members because of the fact that they are going through a lot of stress, and nobody knows what each other goes through until they walk them out in your shoes. So with that being said, the amount of stress that everybody goes through, I don't think compares to what the military goes through because of how much the job beats down on your body, beats down on your mental health. Gets get a lot of job stress, you know. So a lot of people have certain perspectives or perceptions on their bosses, but a lot of the veterans are just like, well, I can't say this because I'm gonna get written up or I'm gonna get fired, or it, military personnel do have a lot of job stress, and even veterans, because we can't say what we think, and that would be stressful on anybody if you went into work and just said fuck you to your boss. Then what makes you think that that boss isn't going to fire you? But if you're actually a service member and you say that to your NCO, they can't legally fire you. They can only write you up, give you a counseling, and all of that. There's a lot of job security, but the work performance is a lot more stressful than a civilian job, any civilian job. So, what would you rather do? Would you rather deal with the stress, or would you rather come out and say, hey, I have a problem, I need this taken care of now? Me, I'm going to say, I need this taken care of now. So go seek the help that you need. Don't wait until after it's too late, because if you do, then it's just going to hurt you in the long run. Thank you.